Nedbank Capital has now launched the first green index, and Nerina Visser now joins me from Nedbank Capital floor. Thank you so much, Nerina, for joining us today. Tell us what it is. A green index.
Lily,
I was just reading this Anglo Gold Ashanti story, and of course drama coming through. Big question marks as to whether mines can actually mine successfully without impacting the environment. Are you taking all these other factors into consideration?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, Goldfields is actually one of the biggest weights in the Nedbank Green Index. Maybe the facetious would say that with a market that is just awash with red all day long, Nedbank felt compelled to actually bring something green to the market, and we are not known as the green bank for nothing.
Yeah.
On a serious note, we are really putting our money where our mouths are and being not only just the green bank. Obviously, the environment is important to us, but it must also make sense from a financial and an investment point of view.
So let me ask you this then, Nerina, are you greenwashing, or is this...
No, absolutely. We only in cold water and definitely drying it in the sunshine. We certainly have enough of that in South Africa. So
okay. Well, Nerina, I mean, tell us about what kind of returns, what the benchmark is. What are we looking at here, and why? What are the incentives to actually invest in this green index?
Invest in it. Well, the index itself is an index that was developed by Nedbank ourselves. It is based on very independent and credible sources. However, if you look at the United Nations CDP, the Carbon Disclosure Project, as well as the Clean Development Mechanism. These are two prominent projects that are run by the United Nations, and whereby they monitor both the disclosure as well as the environmentally friendly projects that companies worldwide are involved in. And they rank companies and rate them on the basis of their ability to actually operate their businesses in a way that they are sustainable for the future. Now, from a financial point of view, we believe that companies that operate on a sustainable basis should also be able to provide investors with investment returns that are sustainable into the future.
Yeah,
We've constructed this index, and we find that the returns give you exactly that. So you ask me about the returns. I think the great thing is that the index shows that over the last 3 years we would have had an outperformance over the rest of the market of around 20%, not per annum, but over the 3-year period. And I think it's encouraging to see that one can invest with clear conscience and in an environmentally friendly way and still give very good financial performance as well.
Okay, so Nerina, very quickly, who actually is the gatekeeper in a sense to decipher who's actually a green company and which companies are not green? How do you decipher that?
Well, it's basically determined on the Carbon Disclosure Project of the UN. So the first criteria is to say, do you actually disclose sufficiently? And you have to have a rating of more than 75% in order to be considered for the index. The second thing is then to say, do you actually perform according to the criteria that has been laid down? And there are some carbon credits that can be traded in these, the Clean Development Mechanism that is available. And based on your performance, which is also measured by the United Nations, the companies are then not weighted on their market capitalization, but actually on their performance within their environmental performance. We have 33 companies currently in the index, selected from the starting universe of the top 100 companies. So literally 1 in 3 companies that do qualify, and we've got a nice broad range of companies there. Biggest financial companies happen to be Nedbank, and that I don't think is a coincidence. It's certainly also not. We do pride ourselves on the fact that we implement our green principles across all the operations in our business.
Of course, we see quite a few solar-powered traffic lights in Johannesburg. We have to leave it there. Thank you so much, Nerina. Much appreciated for your time, Nerina Visser, coming to us from Nedbank Capital.